And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at Automania. Now Automania has a theme that I really like, that of putting together cars and selling them. I don't know what it is, it seems to be more appealing to me. I like that games, a lot of games are set in the modern era. The idea of building cars, I'm sure, is very long and complex, but a game can make that fun. And the designers of this game, the Escape, which is a game that I like a lot. The same company put out Doodle Quest last year. I like the artwork on here. I like the theme, so I'm hoping it's good. Let's find out. And to do that, you're going to need to sell cars. And to do that, each turn of the game, you're going to be placing workers out on the board. There's 4 main turns of the game, and on these turns, players are going to take turns placing a worker on any one of these spots here around this grid. This grid has A tiles that you'll be using for the first 2 rounds and B tiles for the second round. When you place a worker on a grid, you will do something. First, you'll take a tile that's in that row or column. If there isn't any, you can't put it there. And then you'll do the action. If someone else already has workers on the spot you want to go to, you simply have to place more workers than they have. Although they then get that worker back and can use it. At any point, you can drop workers off on this spot here to get extra money, what you're going to need. Now, these 3 spots let you build a car. There are 3 different types of cars to build. The super sports car, the family car, and the mini car. If you go to this spot, you don't get a tile, but you can build any car you want. Now, when building a car, you're going to be looking at your board here. If I want to build this family car, it's going to follow this conveyor belt. So right now, this family car is worth 1 star. This car is worth no stars, and this car, which follows this conveyor belt, is worth 2. I have the opportunity when I'm taking tiles to place these in my factory. You see, this one adds 2 stars. It adds 2 stars to both the family and to the small car. I also have the opportunity to add other features to my car, and I can replace different things. I can replace a star. I can even have 2 of the same type on one car if I want to. So let's say I'm doing a sports car, and I come through here and I look and I see that I have luggage space, double safety, and steering. So once you decide to sell a car, you're going to pick up that car and make a move on the conveyor belt to see what you get. You then are going to look down here and see if you're going to sell it in the North American market or the European market. Now, if you remember, I had 2 safety, a luggage space, and steering. Here, steering's worth 3 stars, and then the acceleration, I don't have that. Over here, safety's worth 4, and steering is 2. So this one's the best spot, because this one will get me 6 stars. So the car is worth 6 stars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look over here on the different boats, and I'm going to put it on the 6 stars. I do at this point have the opportunity to put down workers to give it extra stars, so maybe I'll do 2 extra stars so that it is worth 8 stars. Now when I put in that boat, you'll see that that boat is worth 2 victory points as soon as I put it in there. And players are going to do this, basically selling cars and putting different things into their warehouse or into their factory. Now, many of the things you put in the factory are different parts that make the car better. There are some of these are extra parts. When you take these, you will put these above, so that just adds a star. However, if you want to put more than 1 above something, you pay $1 for the next one and $2 for the one after that. You can also buy different people to put in here. This guy here, for example, gives a star to every car. When you put these people in, you have to pay the amounts of money that are here. This guy here gives you an extra worker, and at the end of the game, give you an extra victory point. She, whenever you put your people on the dollar side space, gives you $2 instead of 1. And this lady lets you sell an extra car. There are also some tiles on the board that as soon as you take them, you just get something. Like this gives you money. Others will give you victory points. At the end of each round, all the cars that have been put on the ships are going to be sold. Now, a player can decide not to sell a car, and when you're putting one out, let's say I was going to put this blue one out and it was worth 9 stars, and there's already a car 9 stars and it goes to 8. So starting with the highest ranked car, that person's going to pick one of the spots down here to sell it on. So red says, I want $3 and 3 points. Then blue says, I want $2 and 2 points. Then the next highest is yellow. Yellow says, I want $6. Yellow decides to leave their other car on there so they can maybe sell it in a future round when something's better is available. And then green takes $4 and then $2. Even if all these spots are filled up, more cars can be sold. They're just all sold here for $1. The European market's different because here, victory point, and a little bit of money. So there's more victory points in the European market, and there's more money in the American market. Now, before players sell, each player, as they're putting out their workers, can pass. And they're going to pick one of these 4 spots when they pass. These determine the number of cars they can sell, 2, 2, 3, or unlimited. They also determine the turn order for the next round. This one lets you sell 2 cars and you go first. This one lets you sell 2 cars and you get one of these tiles for free. This one lets you sell 3 and it gives you a new contract card. And this one just lets you sell unlimited cars. Now, contract cards, everyone's going to start with a starting contract card, and you'll get more of them. You can take them from going to that spot, and also one of the rows and one of the columns has contract cards too. These contract cards, if you do what it says, for example, sell a sports car that's 16 stars or higher, at the end of the game you get 4 points. This one here, the mini car, 10 stars or higher, and it has, it's environmentally friendly. Any car, as long as it has a spoiler, and 8 or stars or more. So these are different cards you can get, and you keep them, and when you make a car that has something like that, you'll play one of these cards. Each round, then you'll have some more tiles come out. Eventually, in the last 2 rounds, the B tiles will come out where things get better. You can even replace, like she lets you sell an extra car and makes all your cars worth money. These cards will be worth points at the end of the game if they're still in your factory. Here's some fuzzy dice I can add that add 2 star to the different cars. And so you're going to want to do that. If you ever can get a car that's 18 stars or higher, you'll instantly get points for that, and you will be able to immediately sell it down here. At the end of each round, then these are going to change. The bottom one comes off and goes to the top on the other side, and then whoever has the lowest score decides whether the left ones come down or the right. So I might say left. So that brings luggage space here onto both of these. And so now over here, you can see that the markets are different. Over here, North America wants more environmentally friendly cars. Over here, they want handling, acceleration, and luggage. So there's going to be differences, and this is going to change from round to round. After 4 rounds, you'll add up the points. Players will add up their money. Whoever has the most money is going to get 10 points, and then more points for the second and third place. And whoever has the most points overall wins the game. Automania is one of the best games I played this month, easily. It is a game that as soon as I started playing, I was really happy about. The designer told me that one of the things he wanted to do with this game was make it accessible so that you were doing something on turn 1. And you are. The very first thing you can do is you can build a car. I like that. I don't have to sit there and go, well, let's get these over here and do that and do this and do this and do this. And now I can build a car unless I go in debt. There's none of that here. You get your money. You can throw meeples out there anytime you want to get money. You can build a car. Every time you go out, you get both an action, taking a contract card or building a car, and a tile. And so you just keep getting better and better. You have the different people that you can take. Do I want the person that lets me sell more cars? Or do I want the person that gives me more money? Or do I want the person that gives me a star for every car? Do I want to build those extras, the spoiler and the fuzzy dice? It doesn't seem like they're worth it, but many contracts call for specific cars with those pieces. Should I go for contracts? Is that worth getting? Should I go to the European market where I will get fewer points initially but a lot more in the long run, but not very much money? How much money should I be going for? Which market should I sell in? Because, honestly, safety is not really looked at right now in America while it is in Europe. And this is a simple, really elegant system because you go boom, 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 action, boom, 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 boom. I really like that the fact that the actions go that quickly. And you take them, the conveyor belts look neat. It's really fun. There's also another side to each player's board, the red, yellow, green, and blue cars. That gives you like a small special ability. Like the yellow player has a little electric car. It's an extra card. It's just basically worth a star when they sell it. The one player can have as many workers as they want rather than just the 4, and they all cost $1. Another one has the conveyor belts are lined up differently so that all the cars hit 3 things instead of just the sports car. It's really some neat concepts, and those are minor changes, but I would always play with them because they're easy. Even the workers, I went to where your spot is, I had to put an extra worker out, and I give you your worker back. Is that worth it? Probably. I want that tile so I can go in the row or the column. Wow, Just lots of fresh, interesting decisions. This is a medium weight game. I don't think anyone's going to be writing books on the strategy of this game, but at the same time, I felt alert and interested the entire time that I played this game. Some people have complained about the artwork, saying it's very cutesy. It does look like the artwork that you might find in an iOS app, but that doesn't bother me at all. I think that's fine. It fits the theme of this game. I'm making cars and selling them. I'm not here for some deep intellectual thing. I'm here to do, let's make cars with safety. And there is some cool decisions you can make. You might hold off on a car and sell it on a future turn so that you can get the 6 points later on. Or you might not be able to sell all your cars, but you get to go first on the next turn. Really neat, fast, great playing game. Highly recommend this one. There was nothing I think that I disliked about the game. The components were cool, easy to understand and teach, lots of fun decisions, fun theme. Certainly one I'm adding to my collection, Automania. Dice Tower Judgment into my collection.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.